Hello and welcome to the June 17th, 2022 edition of Watching the Tape. On Wednesday of this week, the Fed announced a 75 basis point increase in its overnight target rate. That brings the upper bound of that target rate to 1 3/4 or 1.75%. 75 basis points is a big move. The last time the Fed moved rates up this much at one time was way back in 1994. Inflation is enemy number one right now, and the Fed is trying to earn back some lost credibility with this sizable increase in rates. In the press conference that followed this announcement, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell was asked about the risk of pushing the economy into a recession with the rate hikes that are meant to fight inflation, and this was his response. We're quite mindful of the dangers, but I will say the worst mistake we could make would be to fail, which it's not an option, We have to restore price stability. We really do, because it's the bedrock of the economy. If you don't have price stability, the economy is really not going to work the way it's supposed to. Look, the Fed was very late in acknowledging that inflation had staying power. Now they fully accept its persistency, and I suppose that's progress, but I still don't see how the path ahead can be anything but rocky. We're in a very difficult spot right now from an inflation perspective. And one way to illustrate that is with a chart from the New York Fed. And this is it's the New York Fed survey of consumer expectations. So this shows consumer expectations for inflation 1 year into the future. It's very high at 6.6%. Why does that scare me? Well, there's this concept of an inflationary mindset or inflationary psychology that I think is worth covering in the last part of this video. So once inflation expectations become unanchored, which seems to be a very real risk at the moment, then inflation can become almost self-fulfilling. If you or I or the millions and millions of other American consumers expect that the price of product XYZ is going to be higher tomorrow, then we'll buy it today. This is so economically harmful because if the masses engage in this type of behavior, then the future demand for products is pulled forward into the current period, which means that the quantity demanded today is artificially boosted, which leads to supply constraints and higher prices today. And so if what would normally be purchased in the future on a regular basis is instead purchased today all at once, then future demand is reduced, leading to instability in the overall economy going forward. So Anthony, how about an example here? I have been purchasing the same brand and style of underwear for probably 20 years now. And every few months, I find myself throwing out a pair with holes in it. And every 6 to 9 months, I buy a bag of 3 pairs to replenish this supply. This is the way I've always done it. However, the other day, when my internal underwear counter indicated to me that it was time to buy another 3 bag, I thought, nope, this time I'm going to stock up before prices go up. I have shelf space available, so I can store those unopened bags for free, and I'm not concerned about spoilage or any degradation of the underwear over time. It's a non-perishable product. So this underwear company that has been relying on me to buy 1 to 2 bags of underwear per year, and going forward, that is, it just got a large unexpected order from me. And they weren't planning for this order, so it impacted their inventory in an unexpected manner, reducing inventory more than expected. So they may react to this reduced inventory by raising prices or, at a minimum, eliminating promotions. So, and then going forward, they may think that my buying behavior has changed permanently and will respond by ramping up future production to meet what they think is increased demand from me going forward, only to later find out that I'm not going to be buying underwear for several years. I told this little underwear story to my wife, And without hesitation, she said, oh yeah, I just stocked up on tennis balls at Costco before the prices go up. So you can see how, multiplied by millions and millions of consumers, this can become a challenge. Stable prices and stable demand are so critically important to a smoothly functioning economy. That's it for this week. Thank you for watching.